This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. What's good? What's good? What's good? Hello, 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 hello. Hola, konnichiwa, konbanwa. What's up? What's good? How are you? How's everybody? Hello?
Howdy.
As you can see, it's only me and Sabino today on the show because Lawrence and Lionel may have contracted
The vid, bro.
Maybe. Or
coronavirus.
they probably had the same sickness that Buggy had before they reached Laptel. So
possible.
it's one of the two, and I think it's more about the Buggy thing.
I'm just glad they were able to make the DDT. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was
They were
fun.
able to do that.
Yeah, that was really fun. Also, welcome everybody. My name is Larry.
Seb.
And this is that One Piece Talk, where we talk One Piece. And I just want to say thank you for everybody joining us today. It is our pleasure to offer you episode 77 with me and Sebastian. We're going to have a grand, good old time. So, before we get into the chapter, you know I got to do it. I got to do the announcements. So, there's a couple things because I haven't done these in a while. Thank you for the super chat. To all of our YouTube watchers, I want to say thank you. We're almost at 5K subs, and I can't tell you enough how much bigger you all make us feel, even though we're not as big as I think we feel that we are, because our community is just so dope that you guys make it feel like there's a million of you. To our audio-only listeners who listen to make their days go by a little easier when they're at like work or they're driving, thank you for you as well. Our channel is about to pass 100K in listens across all platforms. Truly remarkable. Thank you. TikTok. To all of you, our TikTok Nakama. Thank you, Celestial, for the 20. Thank you so much. We're about to hit 30,000 followers on TikTok. Even though we aren't as active as we used to be, it's truly a blessing to have all of your eyes on us. All right, so cosplays-wise, I need to give you an update because it's been a headache. I wanted to apologize to everyone for the wait on the Usopp, Sogi King, my bad, they're two different characters. The Jimbei and the Papagu cosplays. The Usopp and Jimbei cosplays were back-ordered for some reason, and usually they're supposed to take like a month to get here, but it's taken a little bit longer. So apologies about that. Sebastian's cosplay takes little small pieces that I kind of don't want to draw on his face, but I kind of want to like make them official because you guys, super chatted so much. So I want to make it worth it. So I'm still waiting for those pieces, but I do have the kimono for Jimbei's cosplay, and I'm just looking for the other pieces right now. So believe me, I'm on it. The Papagu one. All right, so here's the difference about the Papagu one. I have to actually make that because there's no way I can get a Papagu one because they don't sell them.
No,
So
for real?
no, they don't.
Oh, wow.
So I would
thought
have
they
to
would.
either hire a seamstress or, thank you guys. We'll get to them. Give me 1 second. I'm thinking about putting a bunch of, I can't even explain it. All right, I'm going to just save it, but he's definitely going to look like a starfish with a Jamaican hat and some sunglasses. So it's going to happen. You just got to give me some time. Thank you for your patience, though. Seriously, I haven't forgot about it. If you would like to buy some of our first generation t-shirts, the small and medium sizes are still available. Everything else is sold out. If this is your first time watching, these shirts will only be available once, and they come with a custom-made box. Also, I choose the fastest shipping since I ship it myself. Like, I physically go into FedEx and ship it. So you can find that at thatonepiecetalk.com/merch. To all of our Nakama on Discord, what a crazy week! Holy! Thank you for being so involved. We appreciate every one of you, and we hope to keep providing a safe and respectful environment for all of you to enjoy. Also, thank you to thank you, Blurred. Thank you to Hime, Chestnut, Nick, Strad, Javerse, and both Chris's. You guys are phenomenal, and I'm happy the community can depend on all of you. Tomorrow, we're going to be having... I know there's so many announcements. I'm so sorry. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow, we're going to have the Secret Void Sentry episode with Hime and Chestnut tomorrow at 6:30. I'm still going to figure out the time for them because I haven't spoke to them yet. And then on Wednesday, we're going to have Sebastian's Davies Dark Tournament. Woo! Episode 10. So, do you know the matchup so far? Do you want to let the people know?
Yeah, the next matchup that's solidified is Crocodile and Mihawk versus Kaido and Orochi. I think that's going to be a banger of a matchup to discuss. I honestly don't know where I'm going. I've been thinking about it all week. We have a couple more. Thank you, Marv. We have a couple more matchups in the works. I think it's going to be the two Admirals versus Buggy and Shanks. So, again, guys, as always, come into the Discord voice channel when we're live. You guys can champion for your combatants and say who you guys think is going to win, what diff, and why on Wednesday. Hopefully the Twins can make it. I'm not sure if they can or not, but we'll see.
So are those the only two brackets we have left?
There is, but we have to determine. There's more, but we have to determine who wins those fights for the next rounds.
Got you.
You know what I mean? So like Luffy and Nami are going to be fighting the winner of Mihawk Crocodile versus Kaido and Orochi, and then we determine who wins that, and then goes forward. And then when we finish the bracket, we will have the Legends duo bracket. So with the old timer legends and stuff. So it should be really fun. Yeah.
All right. Other than that, I have nothing else to say. I just want to say thank you for letting me rant about all these announcements, but there's a lot happening. We do a lot. So, Sebastian, can we just shout out all the people that have been making noise?
Yeah, man, we got a lot of people in the chat. Straw Hat Nelson, God D. Usopp, Soga King, Jordan, Party Pete, Hime, Jose Zamudio, Toby, Celestial, Lord Vegeta, James Hudson, Ancrave, I feel like I said that wrong, Villain, Rono Chris, Quavo, Blurred, General 30, Moogie Wombat, Vic 101 Max, Jason, so many of y'all in here, bro. Seriously. Captain J, Winston, Red Hair, Mosh, Sinnoin, Strad, Who-Man, Nerd Taku, so many of y'all. We got our boy Hidden Island. Hidden just dropped. I don't know if y'all knew that, but Hidden just dropped. I was watching the video before I walked into the studio. It's a banger again. Hidden don't miss.
Yeah, he doesn't
Hidden does not miss, man.
He don't miss.
He's fucking good. He's fucking good. Yeah.
Shout out to Hidden, man.
But thank you guys all. I mean, I could get through the super chats now, I guess.
Let's go through
we got a couple super chats sitting. The first super chat of the day is one of my favorites that we always get every now and then. It's from James Hudson. It's $2, and it says, #Larry has bad takes. Starting off the show.
Yeah. Already starting off, and it didn't even start.
Starting the show off good, man. We got another $20 from our guy CD, Celestial Donkey. And, that donkey is real. He wears a full-blown horse mask when he's on the stream. It's awesome.
Shout out to CD, man.
Oh, man.
Such a pleasure.
He said, #Buggy Gang. I did want to point, thank you so much, CD. Always with the Buggy Gang, man. Bang, bang, Buggy Gang. I did want to point out something that James Hudson said that wasn't in his super chat. It says, #Lionel isn't real. I think they're onto us. They're onto us, man. They're onto us. Oh, man. We actually got a $10 super chat from our guy Hidden Island. It says, two of my favorite people right here. Hidden, you the boy, man, for life, bro.
You know what's crazy? Hidden doesn't understand how much we truly like him and appreciate him. Bro. Because the dude is like way beyond talented with like video editing and theories and scripts. Like, I like to think that it's just only a matter of time,
dude,
bro.
Have you seen his trial series?
Yes.
Bro, it's the funny, it's so, he does so much to put out, the goofy shit I've seen, bro. It's so funny, man. It's like, the lowest tier of his like capabilities, but it's still like high tier.
Yeah. No,
it's so funny.
It's just what Hidden does, bro. So much love to Hidden, man.
Oh man, we got a 4-month membership to Nakama status to Straw Hat Nelson. It says Buggy Gang. Thank you so much, Straw Hat. Enjoy all the emojis and emotes that you get with Nakama status. We got another $20 from James Hudson. It says #Strahd can't cut me. I'll support my favorite channel. Thank you so much, James.
Thank you, James.
AKA Pig. I know it's you, Pig.
Yeah.
I know it's you. All right. We got another membership, 2 months to Nakama from United States of Blurred. It says, well, we got to raise to get Hime and Chestnut in the studio. Oh, man.
So they both live pretty far, and we would have to fly them out and probably book a room for like a day, and then they'd have to fly back out.
Oh, man.
Listen, if it was possible, I'd do it. Yeah, straight up, I would. I would tell both of them, like, so my thing would be, like, literally, like, usually with, like, guest appearances or, like, you know, just overall, I like to really show them, like, a fantastic time where we live and, like, you know, like, we always go out to dinner after the show with the gang, and we just have a very good time. So I'd probably, for the ladies, of course, I'd probably, like, plan a whole day for us to do something. I would take off work. I'd try to see if he could take off work. And then, like, we just do something, like super fun. We'll probably, like, stream like crazy. And then we'd have the show. And then we do something fun. All I know is that it'd be a super dope time. Super dope time.
Yeah, I mean...
Because every time we go out with Hidden and Mosh and...
we always try to do something.
We always get kicked out of restaurants somehow.
we do be getting kicked out.
Yeah, we get kicked out all the time.
And I know Larry, like I said, he's Sanji in real life, low key. He's gonna simp just in general because it'll be women. He's gonna try to go over the top to do more than he would normally do.
Yeah.
But
we go out to dinner for the guys, but I'd probably like go to like somewhere where like the scenery is nice for them and shit like that.
We can go to Sojo Spa or something. I don't know, bro. Maybe that's too much.
Yeah, that's too much. That's OD.
All right, bro.
You have a girlfriend, bro.
Listen. Next time. Anyway.
Listen, Hime and Chestnut are more into each other anyway. So
I know.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm just trying to chill.
Listen, bro. But it would be a lot. It would be awesome to have them here, obviously. I think they would be down. Yeah. It's just there would be a lot that would have to go into
traveling is crazy.
But yeah, we got another $20 super chat from our guy Joyboy Mark. It says, "You guys can't stay guys can't stay long. Just sending love. #Buggy Gang. #Larry for Soga King." Did you create a benchmark?
Yeah, it's already hit.
It's been hit.
Yeah, all three of the cosplays.
Oh, it was Lawrence's.
Lawrence was supposed to. Lawrence wanted to do something crazy. We're not doing crazy. Yeah, we're not doing crazy. It's already hit. I don't want people to donate too much.
We got another $5 from Celestial Donkey. It says, "Larry, you got a banana today. #Banana Man Larry." If y'all have ever seen Larry on stream, that banana coming at some point, bro. I don't know what that's about.
I eat 2 bananas a day, bro. It's just.
But it's always on stream.
Yo, I be streaming. I'm streaming. What do you want me to do?
I guess, man. I guess.
All right, bro.
Oh, man. We got another $2 from Straw Hat Nelson. It says, #Seb takes only. I mean, we getting there. You know what I mean? Like, we got the twins out of here. No. Larry the only one left. You feel me? One day it's going to be just me up here. And y'all going to see what I really feel about One Piece. No, I'm kidding. But thank you so much.
I guarantee you the quality would go down.
Would it?
1,000%.
I wouldn't have anybody to argue with. I'd just be like echo chambering.
You'd just be wrong all the time.
I would just be echo chambering. It would be weird. Like, I'd just be yelling into nothing.
You'd be talking to Marv.
Yeah.
Through the glass.
Yeah. I'd have to like get Marv to sit down or something.
Yeah.
And just do one shot the whole time. I don't know.
Yeah. What more do you want from me?
More, Marv. Anyway, we got a $2 super chat from Ryuonosuke. It says, "What's up, guys? What's up, Ryuonosuke?
What's up, bro?
Love to have you in chat, man.
Love to have you in chat."
Oh, man. And then we got another $2 from Soga King. It says, #Seb been missing lately. #Larry stay missing. Missing. I don't be missing. Man.
Oh, my God.
Larry do stay be missing, though.
That is not true, bro.
All right. We got a $5 super chat from Red Haired Shanktham.
Yo, Chestnut was tearing me up, though, during that baby back, dog.
She was going in,
bro.
Yo,
she wouldn't let me talk, bro.
Yo, I've never seen her that aggressive, bro. I was scared for you.
Yo,
I was like,
I hit her up. I was like, yo,
we good?
You remind me of my mom, bro.
Nah, yo.
I was like, yo, you got conquerors, bro.
Oh man. They got started up some wild stuff, bro. We got $5 from Red Hair Checked Them. It says money for Chestnut and Himei's tickets given gladly. Yeah, I don't think y'all understand like what the cost would be for all this. Like,
the cost would be so stupid.
Oh man.
It would definitely, I don't even know. Like I would have to search up the tickets for it. But I have searched it up and I've thought about it. Yeah.
It says, we got another $2 for Strahd. It says, dinner, a day with Larry, say less. Oh, man, somebody want to hang with you, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yo, it would be dope if all the mods could come chill at once.
That's an endeavor that would be seriously wild.
Yeah.
It says, we got another $17 from Void. At least I think it's 17. I don't know what DKK is. Denmark Crowns, I guess? Yeah. It's a whole lot of emojis.
Isn't it like $2 in American or something like that?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm joking.
It's a lot of emojis here that I assume lead to Lucci because it says, I love to see it. Hashtag Lucci gang. Hashtag Lucci's greater than Sanji. Oh, man. Void on that spicy stuff today.
Oh, my God.
He had a too spicy a sandwich, bro. Did he send you what they eat in Denmark?
I think it was like a while ago.
It's just toast.
Yeah.
It's just half toast.
It's like toast and like grapes.
And like avocado.
Yeah.
And like ham. And that's it. That's their whole cuisine. It's weird. I feel for Void. Anyway.
Aren't they powered by like water wheels or something like that?
I don't know, bro. We got to make a trip to Denmark, bro. To see Void, bro.
Yeah.
That'll be... Anyway. We got another $5 from Nick Quavo. It says, Seb, if you ever got to do an episode alone, you know who to call. 100. That's because you my boy, Quavo. You're my boy. You feel me? Quavo lives like down the block, yo.
I didn't even know he lived down the block.
I ain't about to put his information out there.
I was going to say.
He in the area.
Right.
I'll say that. He in the area.
All right.
You feel me? But that's all the super chats we got.
That's
for
it.
now. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for the super chats. You're so loved for it. Thank you.
We got another super chat.
Oh, go with the super chat. And then we'll start doing the questions.
Yeah, we got another $5 from James Hudson. It says, Law is missing, Lionel isn't real, so let's just get Hime and Chestnut out there. Hashtag for the tickets. Oh, my God. Y'all are too much, man.
Bro. We can't. I don't want to do that. I don't want to make that a goal, bro. But it would be nice.
It would be a dope thing to do.
It would be dope because we've never had girls on the pod before. And that would be really nice. So, I don't know. Listen,
man. I don't want to charge them that much. Like that would.
Like,
it's a hotel.
It's like hotel, plane ticket,
four plane tickets.
No. You buy one plane ticket and then it counts as a round trip.
Still, bro.
Yeah. All right. Anyway. Let's get into One Piece chapter 1068. You've all been waiting for it. So, let's take a look at the cover story. The title of the chapter is called A Genius's Dream. We see Caesar the Clown and Judge Vinsmoke both holding each other intensely. Caesar has him by the hair, and Judge has him by the collar. Above their heads, in a bubble, is Vegapunk. They both have knots on their heads from their fight as well. The text underneath them says, Mads, the group to which they once belonged. What did you think about this cover story, Seb?
I thought it was cool. I mean, we called that Caesar and Judge would probably fight a couple weeks ago, and it's good to see that they have been, but it's not like any extreme thing. Like, it just seems like a sibling rivalry kind of dumb thing that's going on, so it's cool. I do like that they flash back in both of their minds to, like, them being on Mads with Vegapunk, because like obviously Vegapunk's the key focal point of the actual arc we're in. Yeah. And like they probably have been living in this man's shadow since forever. So like I like the tie-ins here. I think we need to move on from it though. Yeah. Like I need to Jesus guys. I need you guys are crazy. We basically had the same exact cover page last week. Like you could Jesus guys. He can do more is what I'm saying. Like they could do more is all I'm saying. Yeah. But hopefully this develops into something more. Yeah, you know how I feel. Yeah. So.
I thought it was cool. It did make me want to power scale Caesar a little bit because Judge Vinsmoke happens to be of I wouldn't say he's a strong tier,
Mm-hmm.
but he was damaging Sanji post time skip to a degree, even though Sanji wasn't truly fighting to his fullest capabilities. But I think we've always said it, that Caesar's ability happens to be really good. Like, post time skip, he knocked Luffy out. Like, he made Luffy suffocate. You know what I'm saying? And Luffy, I believe, got captured, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he didn't just knock. It was like Luffy, Smoker, Robin, Tashigi, Frankie. Like, he knocked like a gang of people out.
Yeah, and it's like, we know Luffy was stronger than him at that point, but it's like, he didn't really use his devil fruit, but like, he's punching Judge in the face and causing these knots. So I'm like, what?
It's like the first like actual physicality Caesar's been like showed, and he like actually got his off. Like,
he got his off.
Granted, it could just be comedic effect, but like, he got a clean knot and he leaking from the nose and mouth. Like, Caesar straight up punched this man a few times, and he got his off. So I like that for Caesar.
I think the reason why they were fighting was because of the fact that like Vegapunk happens to reign above them a bit, and I love the fact that the bubble was there, even though like Vegapunk was silhouetted. But what I was really happy about is that I always, you know, when we see Oda write these silhouetted characters, they usually have certain traits that sticks with them until they're actually shown. But when they're actually shown, it's something different, right? Like with Green Bull. When we seen Green Bull at Marie Joa for the first time, he was silhouetted, but he had like this long, luscious hair, and he was chilling, talking about how he hasn't ate for like 3 years, right? Then we see him, and then he has like short hair. He kind of doesn't look like what the silhouette looked like. But with the Vegapunk one, the tongue is there.
Yeah.
But when we saw him when Kuma was being worked on, he had the striped shirt. He has the striped shirt here.
He does have a striped shirt.
But he doesn't have a striped shirt in the current story right now, which was like a great callback for me because I was like, that's how they remember him with the striped shirt. He just changed up his thing. So that was cool. That was like a cool little
It's funny.
tit.
It's funny you bring that up because I have more on Vegapunk's tongue, but we'll talk about that later in the chapter.
Pause. All right. So, So here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to do the super chats again. I'm going to give you guys my word right now. I'm going to ask Chestnut, and I will ask Hime, and I will see what they would want to do. And if they decide to do it, I'll let everybody know, like, listen, you guys, this is not going to us, this is going to them. So, I'm just giving you a heads up, guys, okay? Let's get the super chats going, though.
Yeah. We got a $10 super chat from Rono Chris. It says, y'all can't plan trips till y'all come to the DMV. Hashtag Lucci is washed.
I like that hashtag.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's a cool hashtag.
For sure.
Oh, man. We got another super chat from Locks Pirates. It says, do you think the One Piece is the Ancient Kingdom?
The One Piece is the Ancient Kingdom?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think it'll be a piece of it, if that makes sense. Like, something to do with the Ancient Kingdom will be obviously revolved around the One Piece. I don't think it is. Raftel might be. Like, the actual location of the One Piece, like where it is, might be the Ancient Kingdom. But I don't think the One Piece is just like the kingdom itself.
Yes.
Personally, I don't think that's the case. But thank you. We got another $5 from Straw Hat Nelson. It says, hashtag for the ticks. I'm assuming that's for Hime and Chestnut to make it to the studio.
This is so crazy, bro.
Oh, man. We got another $2 from Strahd. It says, how much does the Law and Lionel CG cost anyways? It's a lot, bro. It's a lot. How much do you think those glasses are, bro? Anyway.
That's funny as hell.
I think that's all we got, unless I skip somebody.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right.
And before we start up again, guys, please like the stream. It does help the algorithm. We're at 39 likes with like 75 viewers. Please, anybody who hasn't already, please like the stream if you're enjoying the content. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. So, next question. Thank you,
Thank
Elaine.
you, Elaine.
Wait, Elaine? We have another girl?
It could be a guy.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't know.
My bad, yo.
Yeah.
My bad, babe. I'm done. All right, so we open the chapter with Pythagoras. Yo, I'm mad at y'all. Pythagoras, yes.
Pythagoras, bro. What the fuck?
Yo, I've been saying it wrong the whole time, and nobody's correcting me.
You never said Pythagoras, bro.
I did.
On stream?
Yes.
In front of me?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't hear that, bro.
Yes. Yo, I've been saying it wrong the whole time, bro. All right. It's Pythagoras.
It's Pythagoras.
Pythagoras.
Like the Pythagorean
Yes.
theorem, bro.
Yes.
Like what?
Okay. My bad. We open the.
Yo, bro.
We open the chapter with Pythagoras telling CP0 thank you for the Seraphim. CP0 feel a cold shoulder since they aren't allowed access to the island. Lucci wonders if they've been found out. To further prove their importance, Lucci started listing Cypher Pole ships that went missing after visiting the Egghead Island, specifically CP5, CP7, and CP8. The Vegapunks say they don't really recollect the ships missing, but they actually left the port and were good. Lilith then grabs the mic and asks them what's their problem, then immediately tells them they can't board. Lucci hangs up and tells everyone on the ship to get ready. They'll be using the S-Bear's power to fly them onto the island. So, Seb, what did you think about this like little beginning of the chapter? How did it feel for you? Like, what's up?
It was cool. I had like little nostalgia for the Cypher Pole people, bro. Lucci in the mask and Kaku acting goofy and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, Hattori chilling there. I love seeing S-Bear. And even just Lucci having that deductive reasoning, like, have they figured this out instantly? It's just the second they were like, oh, nah, y'all good. He was like, yo, they figured this out. And he's already concocting an idea to get on the island, knowing what he has to do. I like that Lucci. You know what I mean? Like, I like Lucci being in that, I'm responsible for this mission and I'm going to carry it out. And he's taking necessary action. And just having that deductive reasoning in his head. I like that.
Yeah.
I thought it was, how do I say this? So seemingly, they said that there's a limitation to S-Bear's power and how far he can be to teleport you to where you need to go.
How do you even know that? They didn't say that.
Did they not say that?
No.
I mean, they said they were close enough to the island or whatever, right? Didn't they say that? Am I tripping? I might be tripping.
Nah, I think you're tripping.
Oh,
you
man.
got me searching now, bro.
Bro, I remember. Maybe it's later in the chat. Yo, I remember them saying it. Maybe I read the wrong translation or something.
Yeah. The Viz one says literally, prepare to leave the ship behind. We'll use Seraphim S-Bear's power to fly onto the island.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
But either way, that was a
You
whole
need to
point.
start reading the official.
I was trying to read it
We
before
support
we got here.
TCB, but you got to start reading
I
the
was
Viz, bro.
trying, bro. Anyway. Damn, where'd you leave off? How you gave it?
I left off where they were about to fly onto the island. That's
Okay.
it. Yeah.
But just the fact that he's showing that they can straight up use Kuma's Devil Fruit, and then we haven't gotten there yet, but Kuma actively still has his Devil Fruit being able to use. Like, I like that. Because it's not just like Kizaru where you're shooting beams or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's like, that's the premise of the fruit as a whole, the teleporting and pushing people to one place or another. So, like, he doesn't have to kill people. And you know what that means, Larry?
What?
Senior Pick's still alive, bro. And I'm hyped. I don't know. That's where my mind went with it.
Are you done?
I'm done.
All right. Because I was just...
I was rambling a little
Yeah.
bit.
It was quality, over quantity over here.
Stop it.
So for me, when I first opened the chapter, and I saw CP0, I was hoping that it would only be like 2 pages of everything. Because particularly I'm not excited about CP0, but I'm more not excited about Lucci. I'm not excited about Kaku either. I just feel like at this point in the story, they shouldn't be here. So when the chapter was moving along, I thought it was a great beginning to the chapter, but I'll get into more of it afterwards. But seeing that, this S-Bear Seraphim happens to contain Kuma's powers was kind of dope. I was like, oh, snap.
Yeah.
Like Vegapunk really out here with just like the transference of like abilities, like completely. Like I always thought it was just like Kizaru's light and it was just easier because it's like energy. But now it's like, yo, I'm replicating Paramecia's.
Right.
Like, you know how crazy that is?
Dude, some of these Paramecias is broken.
Yeah. like for example, what's to stop this from like being awakened? Because you know how we always have to, like we always say like in order to awaken, you kind of have to have your devil fruit since you were a child, because that's always been the consistent denominator for everybody who has awakened their abilities, is that they've always had it since children. And like some of these guys now are like 40. Like Luffy's 19. He got his ability when he was, I believe, 6 or 7. One of the two. Yeah, so it's like he's had his ability for like 12 years now. But these Seraphims, with Vegapunk's his vast amount of knowledge, what's to stop like him from actually being able to manipulate a devil fruit into something else, but then also adding in the effects of saying, okay, so this devil fruit is going to be awakened. So if that's happening and we have Doflamingo's ability and one of these Seraphims, he can just turn the whole island into string.
What you're saying is fire. My mind went another place with it, and I'm glad you brought it up. Yo, what's if he's obviously not having to deal with the same limitations that regular devil fruit users are eating, right? What's stopping him from just giving people multiple devil fruits? Like, for real, for real.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, here's 6 fruits in one person.
Yes.
Like, what's stopping him? Because we've already seen them shoot the beams, right?
Yeah.
I saw Seraphim Jimbei shoot the beams, right?
Yeah.
But then he used the swim fruit. So it's like, what if they just put like 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 30 devil fruits in one person?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm like,
and this kind of adds a little bit more interest, right? Because this is probably why they don't have a conscious. It's because their will probably intersect with the wills of the devil fruits that are being implemented into them, which would cause their bodies to fracture. What if that's a possibility as well? Because that's why they're not allowed to eat like we're not allowed to eat 2 devil fruits. What if that's the reason?
Maybe he can only take one component of each devil fruit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you don't have the full capability of the fruit, but you can do one thing or some of the things.
Yo,
You know?
imagine that there's like a Seraphim, like, where like they have like 4 fruits and then just have all 4 of them awakened.
Yeah, they're saying Vegapunk gotta go in the chat.
Oh yeah, he gotta go. But you know what's crazier too? It's like put it this way, right? We have the S-Hawk Seraphim, which is the Mihawk Seraphim, 1000%, right? I've always, in my theory video for Blackbeard, I said that like these swords have wills, ships have wills, devil fruits have wills, right? What's to say like we see a Mihawk Seraphim and he's using Santorio, but he has 3 Yoru swords and he's using all 3 of them like Zoro would, but he actually transferred the will of that sword into the other 3 swords. So now we have Mihawks. We have this Mihawk Zoro hybrid.
I feel like our minds can just run wild with Vegapunk possibilities.
That's what he can do though. So it's like why wouldn't he be able to do it?
Well,
now?
he said he had. Lilith said they had issues with will transferring, right? Like, or the innate like will of the thing is still stuck in it. Right? She's had issues with that. Or at least she did.
But she said that that's like with living beings only so far. And even when he was a child on Karakuri, he wasn't able to control them fully either. It was always the animals. It was always the will already within a person or an animal. But if we're talking about objects, do we think that... So that's when it comes into question. Are objects' will harder to manipulate than like an actual person? Because, like, we've always seen objects be used by a person, but necessarily that object's will doesn't go through adversity.
Right.
It's the person that goes through the adversity, and then it's challenged, and then it grows to further heights.
Yeah, do you think swords go through adversity? Like, they're clashing against other metals and stuff?
No, I don't think so.
It's like, you got to be strong.
Because ultimately, you have to force your haki into the sword.
Word.
Yeah. I think Enma happens to be one of those objects where it's like you can make a solid argument that it has grown, but it's always I've always been led to believe that Odin had such astronomical haki levels that it always said, "Yo, I survive only by doing this much haki. Like this is how I perform at my best." And like Zoro couldn't handle that because Zoro wasn't at Odin's level yet.
I don't know.
It's interesting.
It is interesting.
It's interesting to say the least.
Dying.
All right. Super chats, and then we'll go to the next.
We got a $2 super chat from Strahd. It says, Larry, pause. I'm pretty sure that was in response to your reaction to Elaine coming on board. We don't know.
Yeah.
If that's a woman or
Yeah,
not.
we don't know. But
right.
happy to have you here if you are.
Right. And if they're not, no, I'm kidding. We got a 7-month membership to Yonko status from Jordan. Thank you so much, man. That is our highest tier of membership.
Thank you.
It says, do you guys think the special race Kuma is a race from the Void Century? Also, much love to you guys. Keep killing it every week. Thank you so much, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan.
What do you think?
I don't know. I think that there's a lot of... See, this is the thing for me. I think there's a lot of special races. I think that every race that's different is special. Like the long leg tribe, the double jointed tribe. I think they're called long armed tribe. I think they're all special in their unique ways. So I don't think there's one specifically more special than the other besides the Lunarians. I think they stand above everything else.
So I originally theorized that it was just that he was a D-Clan member. I don't know if I'm backing off of that or not, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but he is darker. Like he is darker, similar to how the Lunarians are a little darker, right?
Yeah.
Bonnie's not though, so I don't know. You know, I do think it's interesting that Kuma was the one that got experimented on, and like we got Lunarian DNA. Like I know we experimented on King for a time, but like that was decades ago, and like now we have Seraphim, so maybe it just took time with King's DNA, or maybe it's because they had King's DNA originally and then they got Kuma's.
Yeah.
So I can see him being a Lunarian straight up, but I don't know. I don't have any great theories on what his special race is.
So this would be my thought process. Kuma was the basis for whatever Seraphims they were trying to create, right? He was the least complicated one, but his body offered something that gradually was better than the average normal human.
Right.
I think the main goal was always to have access to the Lunarian DNA to create Seraphims, because that's where we're at now. So Kuma's body was like level 1, but it wasn't as special as like a Lunarian's, which they then proceeded, instead of going with more Kumas and creating S Seraphims with Kuma's body, they said, no, we're going to do the actual Lunarians because of their extreme capabilities of survival. So when I look at it that way, I'm like, I don't think Kuma has a more special race than what King is.
Right.
So that's just my thought process.
Yeah, it's hard to say now. Like I just don't think we have enough info. But again, my original thought process was he was either D or Lunarian, but could be something else. Could be something else entirely. But thank you so much. We got another $5 from Mr. Bushido. It says, Bonnie versus Luffy. Bonnie wants to kill Vegapunk, and now Luffy is helping Vegapunk and allowed him to escape. What will she do when she wakes up? I think that's going to be a slight issue. I don't think it's going to be a major issue.
When she wakes up?
When she wakes up. Like, it'll be something that either is explained away or there's just going to be a bigger problem happening. Yeah. Because even her first interaction with Vegapunk ended up being comedic.
Yeah.
Oda has gone comedic and then extremely dramatic with two people before in the past. But I just feel that because of what we're going to get into shortly.
Yeah, I was going to say we're going to get into it shortly.
That there's just going to be something else. There's going to be another element there where she realizes that Vegapunk isn't doing that. Plus, he said, bring her to my lab. I have to show her something or give her something. There's something more there, you know?
Yeah.
But that's me.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Like, if you guys ask certain parts of the chapter, like questions, when you super chat, believe me, we're going to answer them very shortly. So,
yeah. We got $5 from Jacob Tiffany. It says, what's up, gang? Quick question. Who is the most overrated character and the most underrated character in One Piece? I have Sengoku underrated, Jack over. Jack overrated? I'm surprised at that one.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
People trash Jack. I'll let you go first, I have to think.
The most overrated is Blackbeard, by far.
Okay.
And the most underrated, I think, would probably be... Man. It'd probably be Big Mom, in my opinion.
I think it all depends on what forum you're on or what...
Yeah. Like, I can even go, like, underrated-wise is Aokiji.
Right.
Because Aokiji gets so much slack for losing to Akainu, but they don't really necessarily put into, like, perspective what actually happened. And, like, I don't know. I just feel like he's very, very undervalued. And then Blackbeard is very overestimated.
So the correct answer, and I know that sounds like a crappy thing to say, but like just the way the One Piece community is, the most overrated character is Zoro. You've seen it, Zoro fans, bro. You've seen it on TikTok. You've seen it on Twitter. It's wild how they run with him, bro. But as far as most underrated, I don't want to get Larry's gears grinded, but I'm gonna go with Marco. I think he gets slandered too much. But we can move on.
Okay. Okay. I guess. If anything, he overvalued, bro.
Cool,
like
man.
crazy.
You should have said that.
Listen, I think that since Marco has flown away into the abyss of nothingness because he just felt like he got too old in comparison to his counterparts who are much older than him, it's Blackbeard.
Yeah, that's fair. I think every take it's all subjective. So
listen, when you telling me top 5, there's issues, bro. Issues.
Word. That's fair.
Yeah.
We got another $5 from Nerdtaku. It says, if Chestnut and Hime are coming, I'm at least inviting myself to dinner with y'all. Hashtag taking over topped. Hashtag ticks for the ladies. Hashtag Chestnut's pirate right hand. Did you explain the draft? Is that what's happening?
I'll do that
tomorrow.
I'll do that in a few. Yeah, that's not happening tomorrow.
Okay, all right. We got another 5-month membership from Party Pete. It says to Nakama status. It says, do you think Dragon and Luffy meet this arc?
Nah. I think they're too far.
I think we had a prime opportunity to do so. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes.
I don't think this arc. I mean, it's possible because we'll get into it later in the chapter. Yeah. We'll get later into the chapter. I'll say something about it.
I will put a poll because I think that's interesting.
I mean, it is interesting. I mean, it could happen. I'll just say it right now. If Kuma appears on Egghead for sure, and all of a sudden they need to escape somehow, I think Kuma escapes back to Kamabakka Kingdom with all of them. But I think Vegapunk still passes away.
That's real.
Yeah.
All right, and last super chat, it says, Cola, $2 from Mr. Bushido. It says, Cola is the energy source. Cola anagram for coal. I would absolutely hate that. And I know I'm like the guy who's cool with the goofy stuff.
Yeah.
Yo, if Vegapunk couldn't figure out that Cola was the source, then like, what are we talking about, bro?
Yeah.
At least, I guess maybe just who would try that?
Yeah.
So I just wouldn't like that. It'd be too goofy for me.
Me personally, I think I would like some type of volcanic energy to be expanded upon. Because we did see that there's volcanoes under the ocean when we went to Fishman Island. And I know that volcanoes usually generate a lot of power. And even if we go back to that movie where Zeph was trying to explode the 3 volcanoes in order to mass produce magma all over the world and burn it, like, if that's indeed true within the One Piece world canon-wise, why wouldn't Vegapunk... I'm pretty sure he's probably stretched out and searched for it, but we'll get into that too. Yeah, we'll get into that too.
Yeah, that's the last super chat.
Yeah. All right. So, let's go into the next one. We head back to Kamabakka Kingdom, where we left off last time. Kuma is shown running away, and he starts pulling out the wires that were attached to his chest. He then activated his paw power, and then he vanished. Dragon looks forward and just says, Kuma. What kind of questions came to your mind when you saw this, Seb?
Instantly is, where is he going? I assume it's Egghead, but Oda has pulled the wool out from under me before. Could be going somewhere else. I want it to be Egghead. I think Kuma needs to be here. I do think he needs to be here. I need maybe not even a reunion with Bonnie, just some sort of reconciliation with what happened to him with Bonnie. Even just her seeing him like this in person.
Yeah.
Like, she saw all the other pacifistas, and she saw, like, from a distance, Kuma, like, being rode by the sled. Her to actually, like, see her dad and, you know what I mean? I think there's a drama to that, there's an emotion to that I think we can really pull readers' heartstrings with. I'm tired of Dragon just being in shock mode, bro. Like, go do something, man. Like, I'm tired of that shit. So,
Oh, you tired of him not doing anything?
Yo, bro. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Listen, this strength.
Listen, I didn't say anything. I ain't say anything. I ain't say nothing, bro. I said you tired of him doing nothing?
I just want more, bro.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Huh?
I just want more.
Yeah, of course.
Why
wouldn't you want more from somebody that does absolutely nothing all the time?
Shut up.
Yeah.
Where do you think he's going? You think he's going to Egghead? I think he's got to be going.
Yeah, he's going to Egghead for sure. Mm-hmm. I was surprised that he still had his ability. I wasn't too sure if he had it or not because when he was at Marineford fighting Ivankov, I'm not too sure if I'm misremembering, but I didn't recollect that he was using the Pawpaw Fruit. I thought he was just using the Kizaru abilities.
So I'm pretty sure he was using the Pawpaw Fruit in that fight, but I'm remembering it in the anime. That could have been like a filler thing.
Yeah, I have to go back.
Yeah.
But I always thought he wasn't using it after he turned fully. Mm-hmm. Because even when we saw him, in my opinion, when Kuma's defending the ship and waiting for a Straw Hat to come back to it on Sabaody Archipelago, I'm like, bro, the way he was damaged, I'm like, there's no way that anybody could damage Kuma that way if he's using his ability, right? Like, that's just my thought process. Because his Devil Fruit is so great. But he was damaged to a very large degree, and he was defending the ship for 2 years. So, what pirates do we know that could take Kuma on? You know what I'm saying? It'd have to be some big names.
The thing is, the way the One Piece world works is there's other pirates that are strong out there. Or at least at that level, strong out there that wouldn't even
Kuma level?
Not Kuma level. I'm saying
like
absent mind Kuma. You know what I mean? Like it's not Kuma. It's not this Kuma Zoro fought for per se. It's a dude who's stationary defending.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't know if he's truly like using his ability or he just I wasn't sure that he had it anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. Like I thought it was just it was canceled out. I mean, I don't know. I don't know either. But yeah, if you want to hit those super chats and then we'll go to the next question.
Yeah, we have I think a couple sitting. Another $5 from Mr. Bushido. It says Shinobu was fat when people. Where are we at here?
Yo, how did that start out?
It says Shinobu was fat when people starved to death. She accused Law's crew of betraying them. She didn't join Momo when he flew back to Wano. She is overrated. I don't think I've ever put that much analysis in Shinobu's actions. Is Shinobu on trial now? Like,
I'll tell you this.
Is she trash?
I'll tell you this. I forgot in the manga, but I've been editing my newest theory video, and I witnessed Shinobu. She was like 2 seconds late, and due to that 2 seconds late, the archer shot 2 arrows into Toki's back. So, Shinobu gotta do better, bro.
So there was a time during we didn't know who the traitor was. I mean, I feel like most people knew it was Kanjuro. Yeah. But like, people were saying Shinobu for a time there. And that kind of stuff was evidence. And the fact that she was fat was evidence. I remember this. It's like, people starving. She a little heavy, girl. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to body shame. I'm a big dude myself. But we got people about to kill their babies because they ain't eating. Yeah. And you a little heavy. So Shinobu got some splaining to do, man. I don't know. She was in the capital, I guess. I don't know. Bro. I don't know. Let me stop shading Shinobu.
Yeah, bro.
Stop shading Shinobu.
She was just eating mad Haichu, bro.
Listen, she was doing something, man.
Haichu is a candy, by the way.
I know what Haichu is, bro.
Know that.
All right.
I think her favorite flavor would be like grape, though, for sure.
I don't know.
She looks like a grape girl.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, you can usually tell.
I love grapes. Anyway, we got a $5 super chat from Ozzy.
Do you like grape soda?
I do like grape soda, and it's like so stereotypical. But like, y'all know what grape soda tastes like. Don't associate it with skin tone or none of that. If y'all have had grape soda, you know it slaps. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing else other than the flavor. You love grape soda, bro.
I do.
Never mind.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to Party Pete too. I know that he became a member. I didn't think you called it out earlier, but yeah, it's alright. It's alright. Yeah. Shout out to my boy Pete, bro.
Shout out to Pete, bro. Sensible Zoro fan, bro. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
And we got $5 super chat from Oz the Phenom, another relatively sensible Zoro fan. It says, "Sup boys, working late today, but still vibing with y'all." That's what I'm talking about, man.
Thank you, bro.
I
appreciate you.
On the night shift.
Yeah, I
still
appreciate
tuning in, man. I appreciate the dedication. But that's it for super chats.
All right. So we switched to where Vegapunk and Luffy are. Luffy's confused as to why Vegapunk wants to leave. Vegapunk announces he only stayed at the lab for research money to produce inventions he fancies. He hopes one day he can create a world in which it's energy, abundant, available, and free to everyone around the world. If that happens, the world would never go to war. There's energy all around us. Luffy just says, cool, bro. Ultimately, Vegapunk wants to obtain the same energy the Ancient Kingdom produced. He calls it ancient energy. Vegapunk then recalls he's carrying on a friend's will, but it's taking a toll on him. Then he tells Luffy he dug a bit too deep into the past and now the government wants him gone. CP0 arrives on the island. Vegapunk tells Luffy they're here. The sea beast ate their ship as well. Shaka takes lead and tells Atlas to come back to the lab, also to mobilize S Snake, S Hawk, and S Shark, and to put Sentomaru in charge of them. Then Vegapunk says if he gets his bags, can he come with? Luffy then says, sure, only because your head looks funny. Then Vegapunk starts to disappear and tell Luffy he'll see him on top of Egghead. What did you think about all this information that was thrown at us?
You said a lot, and I was reading the chat, but I'm pretty sure I know what you was talking about. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure. All right, one. I was really interested to know who Vegapunk was referring to with the inherited will thing.
Yes.
I was like, is it Dragon? Is it the O'Hara citizens? Is it somebody who wrote a book that he's read? Is it a friend of his for real, that like a character that we're gonna meet? Is it the Burn Scar Man? I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, who Vegapunk talking about? That was like all I could think about. I was reading the rest of the chat. I was like, oh, who is he talking about? But that was really interesting to me. I thought it was really funny when Luffy was like, I like your head. And that's why like I'm fine with you joining.
Yeah.
The energy source we've talked about before on the pod, so I won't get too deep into it. But I do think it's probably one of these like devil fruits that we've discussed, whether it's the Nika Nika fruit, the Anel's fruit, the fire aces, the Mara no Mi, or something else. But I do think I'm starting to lean into Anel more now, like because it's the only one he doesn't know exists. You know what I mean? Or hasn't had on land access to, if you know what I mean? And like Anel went to the moon, and like a lot of moon related stuff is popping up, and like seemed like Vegapunk is a star constellation. Like a lot of this seems to be like we could be going to the moon or something moon related, right? Lunarians, etc. And electricity just is the ultimate power source that charges our lives, and a lot of Vegapunk's ideas are like similar to what exists in the real world as far as like iClouds or cloud storage and stuff like that. So I'm starting to lean it might just be the Goro no Mi.
Yeah.
But I was really, really just, I don't know who he's talking about. Like, I don't know if you have a good answer for that. I like the interactions with the CP people, like and the regular people. Like they were like, yo, it's Cypher Pole, blah, blah, blah. And they was just like, start attacking and stuff. But Vegapunk disappearing. I was cracking up.
Just disappeared.
And again, that disappearing kanji that he uses that for every time somebody turns invisible. So that was cool. The space dinosaur dragon thing, I was like, we straight up talking about space, which is why I was thinking Anel. I was thinking about Anel because of the moon. But in general, Kaku getting owned was funny. Did you get that far?
No.
All right, my bad. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah. There's a couple things that pointed out weirdly to me. And I think it's like, I love the fact that Luffy is probably the funniest he's been since like Alabasta and Thriller Bark. I think that every chapter he's been in the past like 4 chapters have made me laugh. Yeah. Because he's just like being the Luffy I love. I like that. Also, this proves what I've kind of said about Vegapunk since the tiny bits of information that were let out by grandfather Ketone, Ketone's grandfather, where he was saying like Vegapunk is this emotional guy who cares about people and just wants to invent things. And I think that's always been what he was. And to see him right now state earlier that he only stayed with the government for money so he can further fund his inventions, but it really just comes down now to like manpower, sleep, and eating and stuff like that, right? And he still doesn't have enough subordinates in order to make all his inventions come to fruition. I thought that was beautiful. But then we also got this other aspect of Vegapunk, which I've always suspected was going to happen, was when Kitone's grandfather said that he cried, you know, because he couldn't build this geothermal thing in order to heat the island.
Right. He's
doing this sad thing right now. So it's like Vegapunk has never been truly evil. It's just he's always been a kind of like a regular human that just wants to invent things. Like he doesn't have a side. So seeing that this inherited will from a friend, it tells me that it's nobody from the books he's read. It doesn't happen to be anybody that like he met at Ohara. But I think it might be Professor Clover, because he did know Professor Clover. Like he went to bring that, you know, Ohara flowers. So I think it might be the inherited will of his friend that he knew. I think that's the right person. I don't think it's Burnman. I don't think it's Dragon. I think it's really just Professor Clover.
I think that's the most reasonable take.
Yeah.
Like if you want to ground Vegapunk into an actual character and not like just run wild with fantasy and imagination, he went to Clover's place of death. Like he brought flowers. He was a scholar. He was a theorist, etc. You know, I don't think Clover ever mentioned an energy though. Like that's the only thing that I'm like, Oda might be messing up if he doesn't. Maybe not messing up, but like normally he would have brought that up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So this is where my head goes. So I've always been super fan. Like I've always been like not a fan, but I've always fantasized about the cover story with Enel looking at the hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
And there's that one hieroglyphic where there are the automata are being worked on, and there's an energy source above the automata. Yeah. And you see that the winged people are working on the automata. That was always an energy source in my mind. But what's so interesting was that in the next cover story, I believe, we see that the automata are like on a ship, and then you see the winged people who look like the Shandorians, the Skypeans, and also the Birkins, and they're on the ship. But they're holding like balloons, like a string, where it's the same color as the energy source in the previous cover story. So I'm like, yo, they found a way to transfer energy using like balloons, which sounds like a very Oda thing, right?
Yeah, it does.
So I'm like, I wonder what that is, and I always said to myself, I think that's the reason why Kizaru was chosen as this basis for all the Seraphim powers. I mean, not the Seraphim powers, but all the Pacifista powers. Because the Pacifistas use his technology, use his Devil Fruit. But also, when we go to Enies Lobby is known that it's always super bright, right? So I always thought that somebody that held Kizaru's fruit at a certain point in time, or Kizaru himself awakened and changed the atmosphere of Enies Lobby to it never goes to nighttime. So I was like, yo, that's the energy source. Like, Kizaru's probably the most likely to power this. But he's had Kizaru's energy source, and he's not using it. And is light a more beneficial power source than Enel's ability? Absolutely. So I don't really see what the energy source could be. But according to him, energy is all around us. So I think what he's talking about is probably the conversion of using matter, like in Back to the Future, where Doc would put like debris and garbage into and it would power.
Have to like power it via like transferring the matter into energy.
Exactly. So I thought that's what Vegapunk is trying to do. He's probably trying to consume anything that gives you energy. He's trying to put it into like a combination of one thing.
So what's the odds that Vegapunk says the words flux capacitor at some point in this arc?
0.
You think it's 0? I think it can't be 0. I don't think it can be 0.
It's 0. So
I don't think it can be 0.
His character is based on Einstein. And Einstein's whole thing, I know it's going to sound very crazy. Maybe it's just a theorist in me now going crazy because I've unlocked it.
Look at you, theorist now.
I think that what we're going to be led to believe is that it has something to do with Einstein. Einstein's greatest achievement was proving that, one, he worked on the atomic bomb. But 2, he also proved that time was relative, and also that time itself, you can go into the past. Like if you go around the world fast, it goes back like 1 second or something like that for like you. I think what's gonna happen is he's probably gonna use time travel, like the quantum mania or the quantum realm, to power these ancient artifacts or come close to the ancient energy he's talking about. Because what just happened now? You remember when we first saw him for the first time? What happened when he came out of the robot?
He like flew at them or whatever.
He said time space was lapsed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. You blowing my mind, bro. Blowing my mind.
I got another video to make.
Drop that video.
I gotta make another video now.
Drop the Vegapunk video.
So I think realistically we're probably getting into the quantum realm of things with Vegapunk, and that's the energy source.
You think Kang shows up? Yo, imagine it just included Kang.
Listen,
that'd be pretty funny.
We thought that Toki was gonna break the show at one point.
I thought it was always gonna be Vegapunk.
Yeah,
just because we would get the devil fruit information and stuff.
He was always gonna break it.
But
all right. So Marv, we'll hit the sponsor and then we'll get back into all the super chats, guys. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Have you been struggling lately? Maybe you're having trouble sleeping, difficulty with a relationship, or just struggling from low self-esteem. Listen, I've been there. We've been there. If so, then today's BetterHelp wants to help you. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you. Talk to your therapist in a private, online environment at your own convenience. There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire, simple as that, to help assess your specific needs. And then you get matched with the therapist in under 48 hours. Then you schedule a secure video and phone sessions. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages and everything you share is completely confidential. I happened to sign up at one point regarding my confidence issues. Next thing you know, my confidence issues are not issues anymore. I'm doing pretty well in that area. You can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime. Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. Special offer goes out to all that One Piece Talk listeners. You get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/TOPT. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TOPT. Thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back.
I was really arguing about Purple Drank. I love it. Shout out to Purple Drank. You know what I mean? Winning the poll, 76%. For those of y'all that said no, I have no words. I have no words for y'all.
Oh, hell no.
So, no super chats, right?
We actually did just get one. We got a $50 super chat from Celestial Donkey. It says, #BuggyGang, #favorite podcast. Thank you so much, CD. We really appreciate
thank you so much, man. You already know how great I feel about you, bro. Thank you. All right, so I guess we'll go on to the next question. And then we're probably going to do phone calls a little early today, guys. Yeah. We have so much time. So, finally, at the end of the chapter, CP0 have taken an interest in the hologram monsters in the city. Kaku goes to attack the sea monster, and Stussy says that won't work. Lucci points out that Stussy knows a lot about Egghead. She replies, of course, but she hasn't been here in ages. Kaku suggests that since they know where Vegapunk will be, he'll just skywalk to him. Kaku had too much dip on his chip and passes a grid that activates a laser beam and shoots him back down, and he crash lands. Stussy tells them not to take Vegapunk lightly. Atlas, the Vegapunk, arrives in front of CP0. Shaka, the other Vegapunk, tells her to stop and that she can't handle them. Atlas readies up her ultra mighty punch, and Lucci goes into hybrid form immediately to perform 6 King Pistol. It breaks her left eye and also cracks her face. Then Lucci jumps into the air and performs Ryokyugu, again at her face, and she's smoking out of the mouth, laid out. Lucci says she's still alive, and he basically goes for the kill. Then suddenly, Luffy and crew run by, and Lucci sees him. Luffy sees Lucci, they reunite. What did you think about the ending of the chapter, And what do you think will happen next chapter?
I thought it was fire. I again, them alluding to the space dinosaur is like, yo, that's cool, right? Like, it's a space monster. It means that they know about what's going on in space on some level. At least Vegapunk knows. I thought that was really cool. I love that he has this defense mechanism of an island shooting laser beams and stuff like on the clouds. But the most important thing that I read from that exchange was that Stussy has information, right? Like, she knows, she's been here before, right? Is Stussy smashing Vegapunk, bro? That's where my mind went. I ain't been. Thank you, Mar. Listen.
All right, the show's ending. The show's done.
Shit, bro. She's the master of the pleasure quarter. You don't think Vegapunk is the stereotypical scientist with the hot female assistant? No? You don't see that in him? You see that tongue, bro? I told you the tongue was coming back up later in this podcast. Yo, Stussy x Vegapunk. I know y'all see it. Nah?
What's going on, bro?
Yo, I see it, bro. I see it.
Oh my goodness.
I see it, bro. I was like, yo.
No way.
Yo, Stussy x Vegapunk, bro. I'm shipping them. I'm shipping them too. Anyway.
I do like that better than what I've heard. I'll be honest. I do like that better than what I've heard.
Listen, bro. Yo, I said it in Hidden Island stream, bro. I see that. I see that for her, bro. She grown. Vegapunk grown.
Oh my god.
That tongue is long. Anyway, I thought Lucci bodying Atlas was really cool because Atlas she's like one of the funnier Vegapunks. Like, she just looks goofy like that. And like Lucci just said, "Yo, get out my face, bro." He bodied her in seconds, yo. Immediately, pistol gang and then Rokuogan, bro.
Yeah.
I love that technique. Like, I know I'm not the biggest Lucci guy. Yeah. I love that technique. And you know why I love it?
Hard.
You know why I love it? Because me and you used to argue with the twins as to whether it was hockey and stuff for the longest. It's hockey, bro.
It's 100% hockey.
Hockey, bro.
Yeah,
anyway.
100%.
But, yo, he bodied her. Like, he destroyed her face.
Yeah.
I was not expecting to see Luffy and Lucci to meet up this quickly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's super quick for that. And I love that about this arc. Like, they're progressing. They're not lollygagging. Yeah. Like, I was just complaining that the cover story wasn't progressing as quick. The actual panels on the pages, they're just going through it. Like, yo, they're meeting here. They're doing this. They're getting all the information out, and it doesn't feel slow. The pacing is amazing. Yeah. And maybe that's because we're coming off Wano, but
100%.
Yeah, but I just think we're getting to the plot developments. We're getting to the interactions. We're getting to the conflict. Like, we're getting everything so quick. And I love that about this arc. So, yeah, that's about all I got. Threw you off, didn't I?
You did. You did. Because, like, the pleasure quarter thing was a bombshell.
Dude.
So what they've been saying is people are theorizing that she basically has a brain fruit as well, which resembles sort of like Violet's clairvoyance devil fruit. And I was reading on, like, when I was reacting to the chapter, I was like, well, there are arcs where there are devil fruits that are like level 1 versions of them, and then there's like level 2 versions of them, and we've seen that with Alabasta and Crocodile's crew, and then we've seen Doflamingo's crew had the same abilities, but they were just all better. And I was like, that could probably be for Stussy, and then Vegapunk would have the better of the 2 fruits, right? But I don't think that's interesting. I think that's just a cop-out, or like that's just something to be like, oh, there's a new devil fruit. Let me get interested in it. Like, there's nothing really for me, right? But when you mentioned the Pleasure District and all that other stuff, I'm like, yo, like, listen, that sounds so much better story-wise. Like, that makes me more interested.
Yeah, man. You see it. Y'all see it.
So I will say this. I really hate the fact that CP0 had such enormous amount of panel time in this chapter. Before I got to this conversation with you, it was a 5 out of 10 the chapter for me because I really don't like Lucci. I think that the fact that he's back really bothers me. I think that there's other characters, or even a new character, would be more deserving and more interesting than Lucci and Luffy meeting up once again. I don't really feel fantastic about it. I know that there's other people that love Lucci, and Lucci was cool, but I also think that Lucci was cool during his time when he had his time. Like, I think that was the peak of his character. I don't think we're ever going to reach those levels with Lucci because the characters that Luffy and crew are right now, they've surpassed him so gradually.
Yeah.
It's very hard for me to say, well, he's going to be in competition. It's more like, how is he going to kill Vegapunk before Luffy beats the hell out of him? Like, I truly think that Frankie could most likely take on Lucci. I'm dead ass. I think that.
I think you might be underestimating.
But it's like,
his
I
growth
don't
a little
think
bit,
Lucci
but
beats Jimbei. I don't think Lucci
don't either.
beats Sanji. I don't think Lucci beats Zoro or Luffy at this point. You know, that's 4 people. I think it would be a great fight with Frankie, in my opinion, because I think Frankie's after them. Like, he's the next strongest for me.
I think he can give a good hard fight to like a Sanji or a Jimbei, personally.
I mean, yeah. I mean, but
I don't know that Frankie could beat him. I'll say that. I don't think Frankie could beat him.
I'm saying it's an extreme fight. I think that's where Lucci's level is at for me right now. It's cool to see that he, you know, the fact that he had to go into hybrid form immediately to fight her, that's kind of like a knock for me because we don't know how strong Atlas is, technically. Like, we don't know, right? Like, we can't really gauge her. But the fact is that he felt he needed to go into hybrid mode. Maybe she's a little bit stronger than we thought. But overall, if she's not, and she's easily dispensable, I think him going into Hyperford is either overkill or he's really not as strong as we all want him to be or what he should be. And then, you know, he breaks her eye, which was crazy because I didn't think that they were actual, like, robots. I thought they were probably, like, people themselves to a degree. So I didn't know if they were actually cyborgs or not. But they tend to seem like they're... I thought they were real people. The same way, like, Seraphim seem to be like people. And then him using his final attack. So basically, Ryokyugu was Lucci's ultimate move. I know that he most likely has advanced into other techniques. But seeing him do this too, I don't know. I don't know. Like, he's stronger. He's definitely stronger.
Yeah.
But he's also in hybrid form, so. And, like, I don't know. I feel like Luffy, when he was running, didn't even sense him on the island.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you would, like, if Luffy saw Lucci and was like, yo, he's definitely, like, there's somebody strong on the island, he'd notice, like, a dragon. He'd notice, like, a Shanks. He'd notice, like, somebody like Kaido. They would appear, like Big Mom, or, like, even a Kainu or Aokiji. I feel like he would sense them. He'd be like, yo, who is that?
I think the fact that he flexed versus Atlas, a character that we have no real capability of knowing like what her level is at, is like it allows you to hype Lucci, but it lets you limit it. You know what I mean? Like if he did rocked like Sanji or something, you get to be like, oh, yo, he's here with it. I think the fact that it was Atlas is like it lets you temper it a little bit. Although people running wild with it. They're running wild with Lucci.
Yeah.
For the most part, though, everything I see is saying that he gonna get washed by Luffy. Like, it's just been a meme.
Yeah, it's getting washed.
He would get washed by Luffy.
I think it would be more suspenseful if we had a new character and we knew nothing about him. And he happened to just be like... Oda usually like places lore or some type of... Yo, he has something special about him.
Yeah.
And, like, we would have to theorize, like, oh, this dude probably has another mythical Zoan or something like that. Or a mythical Paramecia. Like, I would have been more hyped. But this is, like, a regular Jaguar, dog.
So do you think they fight?
Yeah. But I don't think, like... I think Luffy's just gonna, like, smack him. And then he's done.
I don't think Oda would put Lucci out like that. I think there might be some sort of exchange, like an actual exchange.
Then it's just plot trick.
But it would be... Luffy's... Again, he fought Ulti. He was very much stronger than Ulti. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still had a little exchange with her.
Yeah.
And I don't think you think that, like... maybe you think that...
So, this is the difference. Luffy didn't have... Yo, it's holding my throat. Luffy didn't have Conqueror's coding. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have Gear 5. He didn't have all these extreme tier things. Because you remember what I told you. Once you enter that realm, everybody else like is so much under you at that point that they really can't compete with you. You have to be at that level. And then everything else after that is just skin of the teeth. Like, you're not going to be able to beat each other overwhelmingly.
Right. Okay.
And that's the difference between Lucci and Luffy right now. I just feel like that's he's just not in. He's not even near the category. Like, I can't say he beats a first commander. I don't think he'll probably fight a second commander, all right. But it's like, yo, him versus Cracker, bro.
Right. Yeah, and that I think that's the level he's at. It's probably around Cracker, maybe a little lower.
Yeah,
maybe a little higher. But
I would accept it.
That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
I don't think you can logically put him in this like Yonko Commander 1 or Admiral level or in that in between that like Zoro's in.
But the pushback on that is like everybody's like, yo, he's a prodigy.
But even growing to Cracker's level in 2 years for him, that's prodigy stuff right there.
Yeah,
like, no, I lost to pre-skip Luffy. Like, I lost to, you know what I mean? And he got knocked out by Luffy twice, if y'all remember correctly.
Yeah.
Like, he got knocked out by Gear 3.
Fell
Luffy,
on the ship.
Straight knocked out, and then got up, fought
Came
one
back.
kind of. But listen, for him to be commander level right now is an extremely impressive feat.
Yeah.
People scaling him above that, I feel like that's a little wild, man. I just feel like that's a little wild. It's a little disrespectful.
So that makes you think about the Marines too, right? We've always said, like, how did the Marines gain hockey? Like, how do they gain adversity in order to blossom? And it's like, okay, so if I was to compare Lucci to anybody, it'd probably be Kobe, right? Because Kobe's being trained by Bogart, and he's also being trained by Gart.
With those techniques in mind.
Those techniques in mind, and also Kobe has risen to a level in such a short time that it makes sense you could call him a prodigy. But does Lucci have the networking to be like, yo, Gart, help me out? Or
does
like Akainu, help me out. Aokiji, help me out. Kizaru, help me out. Like, we don't know much about the CP zeros, or I mean the Cypher Poles, which I'm glad it's confirmed that there actually is like a Cypher Pole 5, 8, and 7.
They said it before.
Did they?
That's way back in Eddie's lobby time though. Like they were like CP8, CP7.
I forgot.
They said CP9 was the strongest of the Cypher Poles.
Yeah.
And CP0 is the shield of the. They're like a different thing. Yeah. Essentially.
So my point is too, like Lucci's whole thing in the cover story, because this is pushback too for why people say he's strong, is that Lucci wanted revenge. He wanted revenge, right? But we know overall that revenge isn't a big ambition. It's a selfish ambition that's very lonely, and it doesn't really grant you the strength that you need to in order to overcome things. So like if somebody has a bigger ambition than you have to assume that to some degree they'll have stronger hockey or they'll have a stronger fighting spirit than you do. Your goal is very one-sided. So to me, I can't count that into Lucci's potential ability to be super strong.
And I was gonna bring this out is that like you talk about will and adversity and stuff. Lucci's whole thing is I want the license to kill people. That's not like a real motivating factor. You know what I mean? Like at least not framed the way that it is for these other people's goals and ambitions. Like he doesn't actually care about the celestial dragons and their
He's
their
just
stuff.
a murderer.
He just wants the ability to be able to kill people. Now maybe he's progressed as a character. Maybe his mindset has changed, but I don't think it has.
No.
You know what I mean? Like I don't think he has that level of depth to him. Maybe he does. But I don't know. He's got a shallow will.
Yes,
he's
it's very
just a
shallow.
strong fighter.
Yes.
who can elevate. He can elevate. I just don't think he can elevate to where he can bang with admirals for real. So,
Yeah,
but that's me.
I don't think so either.
That's me.
No, I definitely don't think so.
Before we get the calls, we have a bunch of super chats.
Yeah,
sitting.
let's hit the super chats and then we're going to phone calls early, guys.
We got a 2-month membership to Nakama from Kaizoku Zoro. Thank you so much, Kaizoku.
Thank you, bro.
We got a $2 super chat from our guy Serial. It says, like the fucking stream right now, W takes Seb. W Seb takes L hashtag LL Larry takes. Oh man.
I hate you guys here.
We got a deleted super chat from Jordan. It was $2. If you guys are spoiling, please don't spoil. Especially not if you're super chatting.
Yeah.
This is a spoiler free chat, please. But I assume, unless he said a naughty word or something. And we got a $50 super chat from our guy, Fourth Face. It says, we need the real ultimate DDT round. Larry's cool bro versus Seb's eye. I think cool bro wins, bro. I think it does. I think you do it more often and more aggressively than I do. But
yeah, I think so.
Oh man.
Especially when I'm just like, yo, I'm so overwhelmed with like the nonsense you're spewing. I'm like, cool, bro. Like I don't have it. Like I have so much more to say, but I'm just like, yo, I'm tired out from already. I don't even want to say it.
Oh man, we got one more $20 super chat from Celestial Donkey. It says Lucci trash, Giraffe Man better than him. I can't condone that one. I don't think Kaku's anywhere near Lucci for real. I think he's well above Kaku.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yo, so I took my dad and my siblings out to get some noodles, right? And then my brother's girlfriend was like to my pops, what do you call this? And they showed him like a giraffe, right? And then my pops was like, a gaff. And I was like, what? And he was like, a gaff.
A gaff.
And I was like, that's not how you say giraffe though. And he was like, yo, I know, but like, and I was like, what do you mean you know? You can't just pronounce a giraffe. Like it's like the top 5 animal that everybody knows.
Oh man, bro. Your dad doesn't know how to pronounce giraffe.
Yeah, it was hard.
You're telling me right now.
Yeah, it was a little wild.
I don't know what to say to that, bro.
Yeah, me either.
I don't.
You know what I did? I said, cool, bro.
Cool, bro.
And just kept eating. But yeah, that's it for the questions, guys. I guess Marv, if you want to put the number up so we can get some calls in, and just make sure that the background noise isn't too wild. That's all I ask, and don't do anything too crazy, like say Nazis or something.
Come on, man.
Yeah, we just want to keep that away.
Come on, man. Oh man, we didn't take calls last week, I don't think, so I'm excited. We got some extra time this week to take calls.
You could delete the pinned message, Marv, if you want. Yeah, I figured you forgot. Good chat.
Yeah.
What's going on? This is Larry from That One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
What's up, guys? It's Ryuonosuke.
Ryuonosuke, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yo, sorry I missed last stream, but I'm here today, so.
Nah, it's okay, man. Thank you for joining.
All right. I had a question. Well, it's not really a question. I had a theory that I wanted to share with you guys to see what you guys thought.
Okay.
All right. So, what if Chopper's Rumble Ball becomes his medicine that can cure anything?
Ooh.
Like he upgrades it a couple more times, and it doesn't have any side effects when he does the transformation, and he actually feels better after the fight.
So, while I like that, my faith in Chopper is in the mud after Wano and them smile fruits not being even looked at, not even checked on, not even discussed. And I went back and read the chapters where the smiles were revealed. Chopper was with Big Mom and Luffy and Udon and whatever. Like he was in that area, but like nobody told him. Nobody like said anything about these people dealing with this problem.
Yeah.
Somebody told him, and he didn't do nothing. So I have a problem with Chopper right now. So no, his Rumble Bells can't do that. Chopper is limited. I don't know. I'm hating on Chopper right now, but I'm hurt.
It's gonna be interesting, and I think it's all gonna see. This is a theorist thing coming out again. Holy. So my idea is that Chopper's devil fruit happens to be the only devil fruit that's shaped like a vegetable, which is basically a fungus, right? Like mushrooms aren't vegetables; they're funguses, but I guess you could count them in the vegetable category. The thing with vegetables, the thing with mushrooms is that the mushroom itself is supposed to be sort of like an enlightenment for Chopper, and it's very weird because if you go back into some of the Christianity paintings of what like Jesus and the followers and people from the Bible were painted in, like there's always like mushrooms around them, and it's even rumored that the fruit that Adam and Eve got tempted with, Eve actually ate a mushroom instead of like a actual fruit, and basically it depicts that with this fruit humans came to they came into the enlightenment of like imagination and diving deeper into like these psychedelics, right? And it's so weird because when Chopper tried to cure Dr. Hirolik, he ended up tried giving him like a mushroom, I believe, right? Mm-hmm. And it ended up killing him. But he ended up eating a mushroom himself, and it ended up causing him to have this high intelligence. So, if Chopper actually awakens to a degree, I think that's one of the most interesting things about the Straw Hat Pirate Crew is what happens when Chopper happens to awaken. Does he become more enlightened? And if so, he might be able to create a Rumble Ball that can cure anything. That would be the way. So I like the Rumble Ball idea because I never thought about that until you just said it.
That's really interesting. I really like that.
Yeah, so like if you Google right now, like Christianity and mushrooms, you'll see some pictures of it and you'll be like, yo, I've never noticed this. But this is something like that's been heavily depicted within Christianity, like the religion, and it's wild. Yeah.
Well, my reasoning for it was, think about how he's been upgrading his Rumble Ball. He's been sharing his findings and things with other scientists. Even like pre-time skip, he did it with the village that he got castawayed on, and he did it with Caesar as well. So, I mean, in my mind, he's gonna have to do it with Vegapunk, and then he'll probably just, help him create the Rumble Ball like that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I just really want the Rumble Ball to be like a sensu bean for One Piece.
So my question to you is, would you accept Chopper receiving Vegapunk's help in order to make his Rumble Ball better, or to give it that aspect of like you basically get immune to anything?
I would, but not if it happens right now, then no. It would have to happen like down the line in the manga. But if it did happen, I wouldn't be too mad at it.
All right. I don't know how I feel. How would you feel, Seb?
I'd be fine with it.
Yeah?
Mostly because I'm down on Chopper right now, bro. He need the help. No, I'm playing.
Yeah, he needs something, bro.
I'm playing. I just feel like the way he's reacting to Vegapunk alone is like, yo, he would be willing to take the help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be something where, cause how do I say this? A lot of these dreams and goals are contingent on people's own willpowers and exceeding and stuff. Chopper's just trying to make sure everybody's okay. You know what I mean? Like as much as I was clowning him, he's if he could get help to be able to actually create all these cures, he would never say no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless it was coming from somebody like Hogeback or you know what I mean? So if he doesn't view Vegapunk in that light, he would always accept the help, and I don't think it would ever be framed to be a negative. So yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with it. That's not his goal. Isn't like, oh, I need to do it because it's I want to do it because
Well, medicine is a practice that's passed down too.
Yeah.
So I get it. I don't know. But that was great. You actually like opened up my mind again. I think I have another theory video.
Yo, you gotta write them down, bro. We need them. We need them.
Well, thank you, Ryuonosuke. It was a pleasure, man.
No problem, man. I'll see you guys next stream. I got another theory. I keep making them.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, let's do it.
Do it, bro.
All right.
All right. Later, bro.
See ya.
That was such a good question. That made me dive into like things I forgot about.
It's the obscure stuff. You was bringing out biblical references and mushrooms.
Yeah, I gotta show you.
I need to step my game up, bro.
It's weird, bro.
I'm just trolling Chopper. Oh man. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from That One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
This is Terrance. I'm good. How are you?
Hey, what's up, Terrance? How are you, brother?
What's going on, man?
I'm good, man.
I'm all right.
How y'all been doing?
We chilling, man. We living life, man. You know. How about you?
Same, man. I'm doing what I can.
I hear you. What's up, man? Tell me, what's your question?
All right, like I got one little side comment real quick, and then I'll get on my main little question.
Okay.
So I remember one of y'all streams. I think it was last one or something. Somebody said something like on a super chat, but like Robin being potentially Luffy's older half sister or whatever.
Yeah.
Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that idea. Sure, I don't see the purpose to that, but I will admit this. It has some merit, especially now that we know that Dragon has some ties to O'Hara. We don't know who Robin's father is, but if it is true, Shout out to Dragon for hitting that though. Mama is fine.
Oh
No
Terrance,
way.
two things.
Yo,
One,
Olivia is bad.
Olivia
bro.
is bad. Yo, two things. One, I fully agree with you that we just don't need that. Like, what do we gain from that? That'd be where I'm at with some of these theories. Like, we don't gain anything from that. Two, do you believe that Vegapunk is smashing Stussy, bro? I need to know. I need to know.
I don't know if I like that either, but it's possible.
I just asked, what do we gain from that? Like 2 seconds ago. All right, my fault, man. But go ahead with your actual question.
Yeah, so I've been thinking about this. I've had a theory about this for a while. I think that Roku Shiki, or the Six Powers, or whatever you want to call it, I think that it was made specifically designed to be used with hockey. Obviously, you can use hockey with anything. You can use hockey with Fishman Karate or Swordmanship or whatever. But I think that Roku Shiki itself was designed for hockey. If you think about it, look at like the Six Power techniques. You got like the moonwalk and the shades and the paper trail or whatever. Like those are like reflexes, defensive. Obviously, observation hockey. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the speed and the reflexes that go with the observation. Then you got like finger pistol and iron body.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, all that stuff can go with armament hockey, especially if you think about like finger pistol going with like advanced armament hockey, Ryuo, where like you put in the hockey inside their body to destroy them from the inside, and you just like fingering them in like Ryuo style, style, almost like.
My fault, Terrance. Go ahead.
Yeah. You basically like using like that Ryuo that internal destruction Ryuo with the finger pistol, almost like a Geno Fist Hyuga Naruto style or whatever, right there. And then Rokyo. Then you got the secret seventh one, Rokugan, or what do they call it? The
Rokuogan, I think, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that could easily be used with Ryuo too, or with advanced Conqueror's coding. So right there, that's why I think right there, like a true Rokushiki user is one with hockey. So I think like if you know Rokushiki and you don't have hockey, you're not a true user. So like I think that the admirals will be true Rokushiki users, like true masters of Rokushiki will show you what like it can truly do right there. Especially since like Vice Admirals, we know Vice Admirals know Rokushiki, and we don't know every single thing that the admirals can do. We really just know seeing their devil fruit powers. We've seen hockey from them. Like obviously, you saw the three admirals stop Whitebeard's Quake, like using Ryuo basically, because they formed like a little wall of hockey. So they know advanced armament hockey right there. And then we know Akainu at least knows Future Sight, because you remember when I think it was Barto and Vista tried to attack him,
mm-hmm.
and they used hockey, and yet he still slid through. It still slid through him and still bypassed him. At the time, we didn't know what that was, but then we learned Future Sight, and we saw what Katakuri was doing. He was using Future Sight to like morph his body so that hockey attacks wouldn't hit him. So basically, then we now know Akainu was basically doing the same thing. So we know that he knows there's Future Sight, and like I'm pretty sure that the admirals must know Rokushiki as well, especially when you think about the fact that the vice admirals also know Rokushiki, and the admirals are supposed to be the heavy hitters
mm-hmm.
of that world government.
Yeah.
My question.
Oh no, go ahead.
My question for y'all is who do y'all think will show like what Rokushiki would truly do? And do y'all agree with me that the admirals will be examples?
Okay, so I agree with a lot of what you said. Me and Larry are full staunch supporters that the Rokushiki techniques are basically either training wheels for hockey or actual hockey in some cases, like Roku Ogan, Tekai, etc. Even Kamui A or whatever it's called, like the when they can move their body or whatever.
Trail.
Yeah, the paper one. There's just so much similarities, and the fact that the Marines train their higher ups in hockey in general, like it just stands to reason that all these people are capable of using it. So I actually do think you're right. We might see more advanced versions of those Rokushiki techniques via the Admirals. I do though think that if we're gonna get if we're gonna get more of it, it will probably be from Lucci, because he's the Rokushiki guy, right? Like the Admirals always are gonna. The thing that makes the Admirals so impressive, for the most part, at least how they've been portrayed and showed, are their status and like the devil fruits that they've used. Like their name schemes all come from the colors of their devil fruits, etc. Like they might be using these Rokushiki techniques, but I think similar to how Big Mom is, they're gonna be leaning heavily towards the devil fruit usage in their big fights, right? Lucci, the Rokushiki is his bag. Like, so if they're gonna show us the advanced versions of the stuff in that bag, it'll probably be coming from him. But that's how I view it. Yeah. Larry.
So, I've always said certain elements within the story were proven later on, right? For example, that Zoro, when he fought Mr. One, he was already using armament and observation at the end in order to beat him. So he had to find his sword, but then he also had to cut through steel. That's hockey in itself, in my opinion, right? And then we jump to like Luffy versus Lucci when they fought in the tower, and then Lucci used Rokyogan. That's basically hockey, like emission. So that's like base level, I would think, Rio to a degree. And I've never not said that wasn't hockey. I think once hockey got implemented into the story, I said, oh, that just makes sense. I think that, you know, when we think about pirates and we think about Marines, we understand that pirates are more chaotic and there's not an actual path for them to follow in order to get stronger. It's just who they run into and then how do they adapt in the situation. Where Marines are most likely, you know, they're trained and there's a way to do certain things easier, and it's a way to not only adapt but also to create different techniques out of the techniques you already know. Right? Like there's not one way to punch somebody. There's an uppercut, there's a left hook, there's a straight, there's a jab, and then there's specific ways to do all those things without wasting useless energy. And I think that's what we see with pirates a lot, is that we see them just throwing haymakers, where like the Marines are like, we could throw haymakers, but we can also do these little tad bits of attacks. So when we get to like if Lucci at that level, at CP0 level, and he is a prodigy, so he was different from every other CP9 agent, right? He's doing Rokyogun. That means the admirals, who are like Akainu, I would say Akainu, Kizaru, Aokiji, because those are the OGs, they know it for sure. And I think that was proven when they used the outward emission of Haki in order to block Whitebeard's attack. So to me, I would say that the admirals are going to be the most professional at it. And, CP9 probably comes next. But, we got Kobe. Kobe on the way, man. Because
that's a good shout.
Because Bogart is the one actually training Kobe and Helmeppo. And I think that Bogart doesn't get enough credit either when he should be, because it's not always Garp, yo. Like, we gotta start putting Bogart into conversation as, like, is he on par with, like, Rayleigh in his prime? And I think that there's a strong argument to make there if we think about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm shocked to hear you say that, though. I'll be honest.
I mean,
he don't got a lot of showings.
He doesn't.
And like that's a portrayal, like almost specific thing. There
I know.
For him. I didn't expect you to say that.
Well, put it this way: if Garp goes to fight Roger, who does Bogart fight?
He should be fighting Rayleigh. I'm just saying, I didn't expect to hear it from you. Is all I'm saying.
He's the one training. You know what I'm saying? So if Kobe's out here doing Soru and stuff like that and Geppoing everywhere, that means he could do it too.
Nah, it stands to reason.
Yeah. So.
Sure.
Yeah, but
Hold on, like what you said about the devil fruit powers, though, Seb, I get what you're saying, and it might be true, but also, sometimes, the admirals and the Marines will use their devil fruits almost similarly to hockey, where it's like amplifier, application, apply it to their fighting style.
Yeah, I fully expect
like-
it to be like a hockey incorporation when they're using their devil fruits. I just think the thing that's gonna make them pop, or the thing that they're gonna lean on in their fights, will be their devil fruits. But that's me. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I view the admirals. It's what they've seemed to lean on in their fights to this point. Obviously, they're hockey masters. They can whip out these Rokushiki type techniques at will. But like, if they're gonna do damage, or if they're gonna protect themselves, or if they're gonna actually throw their strongest attacks, I think their devil fruits will be massively incorporated. Now, maybe Rokushiki is playing a factor in that as well. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what a Rokuogan with ice or magma or light will look like.
That
the
would
light
be
one would be crazy.
Yeah, the light one would be crazy.
The light one would be
Yeah,
crazy.
that would be crazy.
But
Akindos would be crazier in my opinion.
just magma.
And also another thing though is like, the way I look at it is like with Fujitora, for the most part, I feel like he uses his devil fruit in conjunction with his swordsmanship, like similar to like how most people use hockey. I think he uses both hockey and devil fruit as like a quarter for his swordsmanship, which is his base style of fighting. I think maybe the other admirals would be similar, where they're Rokushiki masters, and they use like their devil fruit abilities to basically supplement the Rokushiki fighting style. That's how I see it.
Well, the point I just thought about is like, I always had a big question mark as to how Aokiji jumped mad high into the air.
He did like
in Marine Ford in order to freeze the tsunamis that were like, about to come upon them. And like, now I just think he probably just geppoed into the air. We just didn't see it because it was off screened. But he jumped mad high, bro. Like too high. But yeah. But other than that, man, thank you so much, Terrance, you got me out here supporting Bogart, bro.
Bogart all day, bro.
So thank you for the question, man. Thank you for your thoughts.
You're welcome. Thank you for taking my call.
Yeah. I'll see you in the Discord.
Yeah, man. Have a nice night.
Enjoy.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Before we get to this next call, we did get a super chat from Baldy Cornell, $5. It says, "What arc must be reread?"
What arc? Sabaody.
I think you need to reread all arcs.
You need to reread them actually losing. You need to reread that because that actually happened.
I think
like they lost, bro.
I think if you're doing analysis,
like Luffy,
it's Skypiea.
Luffy begged somebody.
You're right. No, if you're
you know
if
what
you're
I'm
just
saying?
talking
Like
about
when has Luffy actually been like, please stop taking my crew away from me?
If you're talking, it depends on what you're rereading for. If you're talking about getting your heartstrings pulled, I agree. It's Sabaody. If you're talking about analysis and making sure you understand what's happening right now in the series and stuff, I think it's Skypiea.
I think Skypiea is always a great arc to reread back, but like, bro, you need to feel lost, bro. They've been winning too much, bro. I'm sorry. Watch him losing, and you're gonna be like, yo, this was peak.
Yo, it was peak.
This was peak.
It was peak, bro.
You didn't know how you were gonna get out of it. All that stuff.
Speaking of which, yo, Charles is at Skypiea now, bro.
Man,
he's seen an L, bro. He knows.
Oh, he sees an L.
Luffy just got shipped by Satori.
Did you tell him I'm an L fan?
Merlin just did. In the group chat, he's like, "Oh man, this is Larry's favorite villain, bro."
Yeah.
And he hasn't responded. I guess he's into it. He's just watching.
Yeah.
We'll see.
He's watching in English or in subs? It's English.
Yeah,
it's English,
which is rough, but it is what it is.
They stop after a while though.
Yeah.
I think they stop where like in
I know Dressrosa's been animated in English. I don't know about Whole Cake Island or not.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We haven't had any calls, Marv?
Oh yeah, they were holding because I said the super chat. Yeah.
Go. Yeah.
But thank you, Cornell.
Damn.
My fault.
Yeah, that was Sebastian's fault.
I was trying to get the super chat in, bro.
He said to hold the phone. He used to call me over. You used to. Yo, imagine YouTube was like flagging me for just doing that.
Yo, they might. You look a lot like Drake, bro.
Stop, bro.
Either Drake or Craig David. One of those two. Gotcha.
Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from That One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
Yo, it's Chestnut.
Oh,
my girl! What's up?
Chestnut, what is
Oh my
up?
God. I never thought you would call in like this.
Listen, I'm here watching this stream, right? And I think you guys are sleeping on Sentomaru. Because when have we seen this character, right? Because so listen, right? Like I'm in like a fever right now because I think you guys are sleeping on this character. The only time this character has ever come up, right? He's been at Sabaody. We saw him in Marineford, and we saw him when Luffy like came back to Sabaody. Every single time this character has been shown, there's been some massive plot development. And so here's my question, right? Do you guys think that he's going to side with the world government, or do you guys think that he's actually a secret revolutionary, and the reason that he did what he did on Sabaody and Marineford is that he was actually sabotaging for Dragon?
So I think we both completely forgot Sentomaru was there.
Bro.
Because I said Sentomaru.
You did.
Too.
It's funny because I had it like in the back of my mind, like I'm going to bring up because I love the fact that Sentomaru's here.
I did
and
too.
I just completely forgot to bring it up. I don't know what were they saying in the chat, Chestnut, that's got you so fired up?
Hold on. Before she goes off.
Bro,
I thought he was fired.
Me and Peter going crazy.
I thought he was fired, though. Didn't they say, like, he was fired from being Vegapunk's bodyguard anymore?
No, I think...
No, he is. He is still.
No,
I thought they said that I thought he got fired from it. Or, like, he left and he wasn't his bodyguard no more.
I think what he said was, I'm an official Marine now. I'm not just Vegapunk's bodyguard. Or something like that. It was something along those lines. Like, he got actually, like, promoted or something. It's like, yo, I have an official title. But he's on the island.
I love that he's on the island.
Bro.
Because he always went mad hard, bro.
Yo, Sentomaru was tough. In regards to whether he's a secret revolutionary...
Didn't he get mad at Kuma?
Man, I feel like he's been relatively loyal to the Marines to this point. I don't think there's any evidence of him betraying them. Like he looks at Kizaru with respect. He calls him uncle.
That's his actual uncle, though.
No, I think it's just a respect thing. Like I don't think he's actually related to Kizaru.
I feel like I have
it's like a Japanese thing.
I feel like I have a whole bunch of headcanon now about Sentomaru I didn't know.
Chestnut, I'm right, right? Like it's a respect thing. It's not like his actual familial ties, right?
It's technically a respect thing.
Okay.
That at least that's what the wiki says. Because I did look that up earlier too, like when I read the chapter. Because and here's the thing, it's really weird that he has so much respect for the Marines, and yet he's been working for Vegapunk for so long. Like there's no way that he isn't. You know what I mean? You know what I'm getting at?
So
this is weird.
So the thing is, he has been working for Vegapunk for a while. I could see Oda playing on like he has to choose between Vegapunk and the Marines. Which side he's gonna lean, I don't know. I like more. Personally, I just like more enemies than allies. So I would prefer that Sentomaru is loyal to the world government and would even potentially try to kill Vegapunk if asked to. But that's me. I could see it going either way. Plus, like, we need Straw Hat opponents for that final war, and Sentomaru was a relatively strong guy. He could fight anybody from a Frankie, even a Jimbei potentially if he's strong enough. I don't know. I would rather Sentomaru still be an enemy than an ally, but I see the revolutionary ties as a potential like thing. So I still can't believe
I totally agree, Seb. Honestly, I think that because Sentomaru has shown that like he's been shown in such influential moments, I think if Vegapunk does kick the bucket, it's not going to be Lucci. It's going to be Sentomaru who does it. It's going to be crazy.
I would love that.
It would be a twist because they literally just said like call Sentomaru to come help protect us, and it's like yo, this guy's gonna protect me. He's gonna protect me, and he just axes Vegapunk in half or something. Like that would be wild. This is so wild.
This is why Chestnut is gonna be so big. It's because you know what I just noticed? Sentomaru kind of has like the same fighting techniques that Kuma has. You remember? He would like palm, do the palm thing. Kuma does that with his devil fruit ability.
Bro,
right?
I just need to see him swing that axe, bro. He be like slamming it on people's heads. I want to see him cutting. You feel me?
All right, now I'm thinking. Now I'm thinking. Oh my god.
That was my whole point of calling in. I was sitting here and I'm like, they're sleeping. They're sleeping up there.
Should we ask Chestnut about the hashtag, like?
Hashtag what?
For the girls to come to the.
We'll talk about that. Yeah.
Bro,
Chestnut.
Larry, anytime, anywhere, Seb can ref our fight, our boxing match, one-on-one, anytime.
Yeah, she wants to fight me so bad.
So she wants you to do
I'm gonna
her
get
in
chipped
hockey,
up,
from
bro.
what I heard.
I'm not gonna survive.
She wants to play you.
Can you make appointments to the ER? Like, is it possible?
Just go to urgent care.
No.
I'll just bring my stuff. Don't worry.
I'm gonna be like, she's gonna body me and then fix me up to body me again. So
it's like when Karapika brought that shovel.
So Chestnut, do you want to say in front of the people about your theory and possibly when it's dropping?
I finished it today. I literally just have to do like
Let's
two
go!
things. I just need it, but it's almost done. I was actually just adding music during the stream.
Okay.
When y'all were sleeping on Sentomaru, man. But
you had to come in.
So that's dropping very, very soon.
Okay. We gotta. Can you give Strahd your YouTube so they could post it in chat, just in case?
Yeah. I'll give it to him.
Yeah,
I think he has it. Though.
I think they have it.
We have to have a big watch party for this one.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah,
We could do a full Chestnut watch party like for her theory, bro. That would be dope.
That would be crazy.
That would be super dope.
So where did you end up, like minute wise? Like how long is it? Oh, should we keep it a secret?
It's only 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Larry's gonna yell at you.
Yeah, it's not bad.
He's gonna save it
No,
for
I'm
off
not
screen.
gonna yell at
but he's
her.
gonna yell at you for only being 10 minutes long. I'm kidding.
No.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Sebastian created a theory and was like, "Yo, 5 minutes."
It was 6 minutes. Alright.
And like the first 20 seconds was saying, "Hey, I'm Seb from TOPT."
Not all theories gotta be long, bro.
Seth can get all of his info out really quickly.
Thank you.
It just shows how intelligent he is, man. He's just too smart. Big brain Seb. Hashtag big brained Seb.
I don't know. Sometimes. There's sometimes.
Chestnut gets it. She gets it.
But yeah, I can't believe we forgot about Sentomaru. I literally wanted to talk about him too.
It's because he didn't like appear on screen. You know what I mean? Like he was like mentioned, and I don't even know if they silhouetted or showed him briefly.
There was one small panel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I created so many theories off of a single panel. That's how you know it's One Piece brain rot.
Listen,
I'm like in my room reading it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the possibilities.
It's called One Piece Madness.
Yeah, it is called One
You
Piece
need to
Madness.
coin that, by the way.
Hold on. So when did Sentomaru get appointed as the bodyguard? Was it during his days in Punk Hazard? Like I feel like I vaguely remember that.
Oh man,
I gotta read on Sentomaru now. This is what I'm gonna do when I get home.
I don't remember.
I want to read on him.
When did they mention?
I'll do more research on him too, because it's weird. There's a lot of like just Marines and One Piece, like One Piece characters that are specifically Marines that are just so interesting and have very little like information about them. But they're like the Marines are going to be the main baddies at some point. Like they've kind of been, but it's mostly been focusing on pirates ever since we got like post time skip. The shift is definitely going back to Marines. So Marine, like the other guy that you mentioned before, who I'm having a brain fart and can't remember. Like those people, those people are going to start becoming like really important very soon.
Damn, I wish I had a Marine movie, bro. I say it every other week.
They can still do it. They can still do it.
Leave the Straw Hats out. Give me the Marines. Show me what happened with Akainu and Aokiji, and we're set, bro.
That would do numbers, bro.
Yo, it would be amazing.
I don't know that it would beat Film Red in numbers,
bro.
But it would be Z level movie. Like it would be a better movie.
Imagine we gathered people from nearby in order to see this movie, and we all dress like Marines, bro. And there's just mad Marines in the movie theater.
I'm gonna dress as Sentomaru.
Larry just has to wear his buggy costume.
Oh my God, I'm burning it. I'm burning it.
Keep the hat.
I'm burning it. No more buggy. But Chestnut, thank you so much for calling in. I'm so happy that you did. Hopefully we get to hear more from you.
Yeah, I'll be in the Discord spitting my theories later. So everybody join the Discord. It's great. Subscribe to the channel. Drop a like. Do everything. Give them all of your money, man.
They give too much already. Don't say that.
Yeah, they do.
All right. See you guys. Have a nice night.
Yeah, you too. Bye, Chestnut.
See ya.
I was not expecting Chestnut to
Nah,
call.
me
That's
either.
funny.
Bro, I'm telling you guys right now, she's gonna be huge, bro. It's just a matter of time. Like, I see it, bro.
I agree.
Yo, she be like the way she be talking like us, man.
She be yelling.
And then she just has this whole theory. Yo, like there's not a lot of other people that can do those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Jet.
Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from That One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
It's Lord Vegeta.
Oh,
Hey!
my boy Ragnar. What's up, bro?
Ragnar, what up? What up?
Been out here, man. I just got home from work.
Hey, man. I hope you had a good shift, man.
It was, bro. All right, so I see everybody like talking about the latest chapter, bringing up Sentomaru, talking about Lucci, and Shaka. I just want to say one thing.
What's up?
And Larry hates when I say this. Vegapunk is a fraud.
Oh my god, bro.
I should have known. I should have
And
known.
all of y'all keep believing in this man like some prophet. You are going to be disappointed. He's going to bring you down to the lowest level of disappointment because everything he has ever accomplished is because of Ohara. And I said it now and y'all heard me. Ohara is behind everything. That's it. It's nice talking to you.
I just want to point out that Ragnar has also stated that he also doesn't know what he be talking about.
Verbatim.
Verbatim
Said, I don't know what I'm
that's
talking
quote unquote. All right.
Oh, man.
So are you leaving now? Like you're just gonna go? Like what's going on?
Well, I could say a few other things, right?
Go
Like,
ahead, bro.
Go off, bro.
Go off.
We got like 3 minutes.
Yeah, you got the spotlight, bro. You're the last call.
Cool. All right. I think the world doesn't respect Fishman karate enough, and I can prove it right now. What is higher? What is better, swordsmanship or Fishman karate? If you said swordsmanship, you're wrong. They're equal. Stop it. The idea that you can place Zoro so high over Jimbei based on nothing other than his fight with King, and if you ask me, Jimbei beats that dude. Am I crazy?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Bro, Ragnar, there's no way you think this, bro.
Underwater, baby.
Underwater?
Yeah.
Dude, he could be in the sky, he'd win. It doesn't make a difference.
Listen.
Yo, how many fishmen got dubs underwater, bro, in the series?
That wasn't Jimbei.
I'm asking you a question. I didn't say if it was Jimbei or not. I'm just.
How about this, Larry? How many humans got dealt above water?
Hold on. Ragnar, you said, and I quote, that fishman karate is basically better than swordsmanship, right? And I'm asking
I said
equal. They're equal, okay? But I've seen a fishman, I've seen one underwater, and I've seen one get bodied. And I've seen others get bodied, and one of them was Zoro. So, how many fishermen got W's underwater, bro?
Every single one of them except for anybody that fought Luffy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, Zoro beat Hoodie too, but
how long? No, about it. How Fisher Tiger by himself raided Marijois, freed the slaves, and escaped and walked out basically fine. Arlong took over like the weakest sea, of course, but he still was like in charge for a long time.
Vegeta.
Nobody could beat Arlong.
Vegeta. Arlong lost to like 17-year-old fresh out the barrel Luffy, bro. And Fisher Tiger, he got shot by a bunch of fodder and died, bro.
No, that was different. Hold on. Ragnar. Hold on, Ragnar. When we talk about Fisher Tiger, don't make me talk bad about my favorite character.
It's not your favorite character.
He went to Marijoa, and for all we know, there was just Marijoa knights. You know what I'm saying? There was no admirals, most likely. There were no vice admirals. There was nobody up there. So don't go out there spewing that nonsense like that's a crazy achievement. It's a very inspirational achievement, but we don't know what his competition was when he went up there. He was just like, yo, I'm saving people.
Competition? So
and he got locked up.
Yeah, he did get enslaved at some point.
He got enslaved.
I mean...
Listen, I think Schwarzenegger just replicated what the robot did a few hundred years ago. That's it.
Essentially, I mean, on a smaller scale, it seems.
Listen, I've seen Luffy climb a mountain with Sanji on his back and Nami in his teeth, bro.
Luffy doesn't count. He's not even a human.
Yo, Marv, hang up on him.
Yo, my brain turned off, bro. I was like, what?
I guess he's a god now, is that's what he's trying to say. But
not even a human. I don't even mean it as a god thing, but Luffy's not human, bro. If you guys think Luffy's like the rest of the humans on the One Piece line, that doesn't make sense. He's probably something weird, but I'm not going to get into that, right? What do you think about the idea that Vanderdecken was on Davy Jones' crew?
The Vanderdecken that we see now, or the Vanderdecken from the past? Like
from the past.
I fully support it. I'm with that.
I would say no.
I'm with it.
Wait, what do you think about oars that we saw Moria have also being on Vanderdecken's crew?
No.
Nah. Vanderdecken was like 400 years ago.
The Giants live hundreds of years.
They do? They live hundreds of years?
Yeah. Like, Dory and Brock, you've been fighting for 100 years. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Morley is confirmed to be like 200 years old right now.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. I didn't realize it.
Yeah, they live a while. They live like
they said
a while.
50 years ago he broke out of Impel Down. So technically he should be way older than 200 years.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, besides the point, bro. Zoro washing Jimbei, bro.
Oh, Wash is extreme. Wash is extreme.
Don't act like you were gonna slip past that like some average fisherman would, bro. You're gonna hear this facts.
He's
like
not washing Jimbei.
Jimbei would get beat by Zoro, bro.
Yes.
No, listen to me. I'm telling you right now, there isn't the only person on the Straw Hat crew that's beating Jimbei is Luffy. I said it.
So we got a whole fire user that could turn Jimbei into a fish stick. And like I be calling him fourth. And I do believe Jimbei is stronger than him, but like come on, bro. Like narratively, if I was to speak, like he's not beating Sanji either, bro.
Okay, but first of all, Sanji's gonna put it out like a candle, right? Zoro all his sword bent up, right? Looking like Kenpachi, right? Luffy, the only person touching him is Luffy. I can't see how
didn't
Zoro.
Jimbei like clash with Ace and like go 5 days? He didn't put Ace out like a candle. Listen.
Wait. Are you
Vegeta? We gotta run, man. We over our time, and you spitting nonsense, bro.
It was fun.
Well, this is your first time calling, so thank you, Ragnar. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it too.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna go on TikTok for sure.
Jimbei.
What?
Drop the W's for Jimbei, chat. All right, man. Have a good night. I'll see you in the Discord. All right, later, bro. Yeah. That's it. So, everybody, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been our pleasure. Episode 77 in the books. Shout out to Lawrence and Lionel. We hope you're doing well. Also, if you haven't joined our Discord, please join our Discord. We have game nights. We have movie nights. We watch One Piece episodes. We watch Bleach episodes. And we just have like this really fun time. We play Overwatch too. We play a lot of video games inside the Discord as well. And we just enjoy our nights. We have drinking nights too, where we get a little wild and fun. Other than that, the community is amazing. You'll enjoy yourself. Join our TikTok. Like this video if you haven't liked it yet, please. And to everybody that's just listening to audio only, just know that you're very much appreciated. And we hope that you know, wherever you're listening to this, we hope you're enjoying yourself. So, Seb, anything to say? I just want to say that Ragnar said, drop W's in the chat for Jimbei, and everybody's dropping L's. It's the funniest thing. I love y'all, man. Well, other than that, thank you again, guys. My name is Larry. Seb. And this is That One Piece Talk. Jana.